No, I'm asking the mayor and the common council president and the common council. Show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. I got teased today because in the middle of saying it, I'll get distracted and then I forget to say the whole phone number. Somebody was I'm not going to lie. Danielle was laughing at me today. Let me tell you, she was telling somebody, let me tell you the story of how he gets distracted. I was hurt my feelings. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? I'm just hurt. My headphones, but I don't know if I wrapped them up the wrong way or put them in like I normally do, but something happened and they are utterly and totally and completely discombobulated. And I can't blame anybody but me. Now, what I should have done is left them laying around, and then that way I would have had a plausible deniability and said, hey, DJ Brother Z did it. Either one did it. But I can't do that. I got to say, I did it because I was dumb enough to. Well, maybe I was. I don't know. So I was thinking about the things that are going on in the city today. And I'm thinking about the things that are going on in the world today. And I'm at a point now where I'll just be transparent with people, with what people tell me, with what people say, with what people want. I'm at a point where I don't really care what other people think. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get bothered and upset by people telling me their truth. I get it. I don't have to agree with it, but I get it. I just want to be able to tell mine and have it accepted and be plausible. Well, it doesn't even have to be plausible. If you don't want to believe it, I don't really care. I am who I am, warts and all. And if people want to accept you, they will. And if they don't, they don't. Now, as a Christian, I gotta say, my faith keeps me up at night, but not about my faith. Now, some of you disagree with religion. When many of you do it, you're condescending, arrogant. I even had somebody who was of the Islamic faith tell me I was stupid and an idiot to be a Christian for believing in what they called fairy tales. But for me, I'm more scared of the people who don't believe. It's unfortunate, but that's how arrogant that this person was. Is that everybody? No, because they're Christian people that kind of act the fool and do stupid things and say things, and yeah. But if you're familiar with Occam's razor, anybody? If you're familiar, well, you know that Occam's razor is, okay, I'm trying to turn off my academic brain, but Occam's razor is a philosophy in the problem-solving principle that really recommends searching for explanations constructed with the smallest possible set of elements. It's also known as the principle of parsimony or the law of parsimony, right? In layman's terms, here's what Occam's razor is. It states that the simplest explanation is preferable to the one that's more complex. In other words, the simplest explanation is usually the correct explanation. Simple theories are easy to verify. Simple solutions, easier to execute. Would you want something that takes 7 steps to do or 3? That is the gist of Occam's razor. If you want an explanation for, say, what's going on today, you got a body in the river. Well, where'd the body come from? Did somebody toss the body in the river? Did it come from up north somewhere and get into the river? Did it come from the south and get into the river? Did it come from the lake? Like, how did the body get in the river? Or did the person fall in when the lake was frozen, got frozen in the lake, was missing all this time, and now it thawed out and we have a body in the river? Or is it about the 2 homicide suspects that were released and charges dropped due to lack of evidence because they couldn't locate the eyewitness that witnessed the barbershop barber being killed in July of 2021? So I don't, what's the simplest answer? What about multiple people being shot at a funeral for a homicide? Not only just here in Milwaukee over the last year or 2, but in DC, it happened today. 2 cops shot. What about Cardinal Stritch closing? Whole university, here one day, gone the next day. May 22nd, hey, gone. It's funny because my mother used to say, with all this stuff that's going on in the world, who's responsible for all this stuff? And I love how people say, oh, it's God's will. But, some of this stuff we put on ourselves. Some of this stuff we do to ourselves. We harm ourselves. My mother used to tell me the world is going to hell in a handbasket, which I never understood. You ever seen a pet in a basket? You ever seen a little small puppy in a basket? It's warm and it's nice. You ever seen a baby in a basket? It's warm and it's nice and everything out. All hell could be breaking loose in the world. And here's this little baby, just sleeping it off, little dog, just panting away, sleep. When everything around you is going crazy. William Shakespeare said, if you ever read the play, The Tempest, he said, hell is empty because all the devils are here. And that's what I think about when I think about Milwaukee. The truth of the matter, that's Milwaukee no, that's the world today. That's America today. The weird thing is, I didn't do this. I worked against it. I fought against it. I worked with organizations to stop it. And so, for me, I thought, just tap out. Just retire and roll. Get out. Because I had to come to a realization that this is my city. This is where I live, where I operate. For-profit, nonprofit, media, it's my city. And with all the hell that's happening in the city, with all the things that are going on in the city, it's not my fault. And I had to realize that everybody around the city keeps saying to themselves, hey, it's not my fault. All the people in the suburbs, hey, it's not my fault. They killing each other. But what keeps me up at night is my realization that it's not my fault, but it's my fight.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
Tune in to Truth in the Afternoon with me, Dr. Ken Harris, for my financial empowerment interview with Northwestern Mutual. Wednesday, April 12th at 4 o'clock, I'll be joined by Northwestern Mutual financial advisors, JB Bell and Erica Wright, where they will discuss key financial terms everybody should know. If you have any questions, you can give us a call, 833-212-1017. Free advice, Wednesday, April 12th, 4 o'clock, Truth in the Afternoon with me, Dr. Ken Harris, on the new 1017 The Truth.
This is your Financial Empowerment Minute on the new 1017 The Truth, presented by Northwestern Mutual.
The other thing that we should be thinking about is diversifying and getting money outside of your business. And so when we think about that, starting small, a Roth IRA is an easy account that you can open on your own. You can open with an advisor, and you can contribute up to $6,000 a year into a Roth IRA. And then if you're over 50, you can contribute $7,000 a year into that. If you want to contribute more money, you can open a SEP IRA. And these are good if you don't have any employees, right? If it's just you, the contribution limits are higher. And then if you start to have employees, then you can think about starting with a 401k. All of these options are going to be based on your situation and how much money that you're bringing in, but there's still a lot of different options out there that can accommodate you in your situation where you are.
Tune into The Truth every month for our financial empowerment interviews with Northwestern Mutual.
Families in the 53206 zip code join Milwaukee Public Schools for their Our Lights Are On Community Open House and Job Fair on Wednesday, April 19th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Douglas Middle School, located at 3620 North 18th Street. Meet community partners, apply for jobs, and enroll your child for the fall of 2023. There will also be free hot dog and chips for every attendee. Sign up today by registering at 53206april2023.eventbrite.com.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in, it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You have a right to a safe and healthy relationship. If your partner is emotionally, verbally, or physically abusive, there is help. The Women's Center in Waukesha, serving all of Greater Milwaukee, offers free and confidential advocacy, support groups, legal advocacy, shelter, and more. They provide support to adults and children affected by sexual assault, abuse, and human trafficking. Their advocates are available 24/7 with information and support. To learn more about the Women's Center services, visit twcwaukesha.org or call their 24-hour hotline at 262-542-3828.
This is The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, hey. You better work it. Excess. Sleep. DJ Sarasa. Chicka, 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 boom, boom. I can't help it. Let me heavy deck a card, so I dealt it. I'm the fire from the spark, and you felt it. Pull a lighter from the dark, then you melt it. I was building up an arc when it's raining. Well, no better time to stop when we're painting. Well, you wanna make it pop, what you saying? What you playing? What you saying, baby? What you saying? Make a statement now, no delay. Fashion in the breeze, we don't sway. Why they hating? Escaping. Bad mind, watch your face when I read them. Heard them talking dreams they were chasing. Now they snorting keys off a facing. Now they telling these when they're praying. While you faking cheese, time wasting. Yeah, 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 yeah.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017. Every time I say that, it's for Danielle, because she teased me about saying it and then getting distracted and then not finishing and all that stuff. So rather than do that, I thought I would just sit here and say the phone number. 833-212-1017 is the number. Tune in to my show tomorrow for financial empowerment. Wow, I heard that all the way in here. Financial empowerment interview with Northwestern Mutual. At 4:15 tomorrow, I'll be joined by Northwestern Mutual financial advisors J.B. Bell and Erica Wright from the Bell and Wright Agency, where they will discuss key financial terms every single solitary person should know. So if you've heard terms and financial stuff but don't really know what it means, tomorrow's the place. Any questions? 833-212-1017 for advice. That's tomorrow, Wednesday, April 12th, 4:15, Truth in the Afternoon. Dr. Ken Harris. That's me. Make sure you are here. Also, tomorrow morning, on Truth Be Told, they're going to have a representative from Educators Credit Union to talk about financial strategies to help you best manage your finances. So if you have a new job, if you have an old job, if you transition jobs, if you're newly retired, sometimes you just got to figure out and learn how to keep up your money, right? How to handle your money. So because April is Financial Literacy Month, we have you covered on learning all the stuff you need to know to manage your finances. So tomorrow at 8 a.m., Truth Be Told, will be having a representative from Educators Credit Union to really talk about the strategies, to talk about those things. And during the month of April, it's every single Wednesday at 8. That's Truth Be Told with Denise Thomas and Telly Hughes, 8 a.m. They're on 7 to 9. So you need to be here 8 a.m. on tomorrow. And then again at 4:15. That way, if you have any questions about or understanding about or just need to know about anything financial during Financial Literacy Month, now is the time to do it. 833-212-1017 is the number. Mr. Medee say, happy Tuesday. Dr. Ken, it's your fault. Oh. Can we block Mr. Medee? Let's just block him. Let's just boop, done. Okay, we're done. Are people in Milwaukee going to step up and figure out what's happening this summer? You know, this spring and summer is coming, and we have to start really looking at what it is that we're going to do as it relates to crime that's going to start stepping up. It's supposed to be pretty warm this weekend. It's supposed to be pretty warm today. And we're pulling bodies out the river. We got suspects that are getting released, which is kind of how the system works. So we can't really be upset about it. Interesting. Sonny B say he just left Third Street Market. I don't understand what the writing says, but I'm sure that's a typo thing because spell check be making stuff up. But anyway, he said, I see y'all working, LOL. Well, good to see you as well. And that's true. Anytime you can just stop down to the Third Street Market. We're in the back. Stop and get some hot dogs from the hot dog place. The brother owns it. And, sit at a table and sit there and watch us. So y'all talk in, abbreviation. So when I'm talking on the radio, I don't have the time to sit there, appreciate, and I see y'all working. I get it, I get it, but come on now.
No, he was saying he just left from any.
I got that.
Which is the restaurant over there.
Again, I'm in here, it's out there. I don't know the names of all the places. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know.
That's a big problem.
So problem now? Get off my radio show. Now that I can talk on my own. I see you in the reflection right there, right? There's like a double reflection, so you can see. Yeah, he ran away from the show. Goodbye. Don't let the door hit you. You ever heard that old saying? Goodbye. Don't let the door
hit you where the good Lord split.
Yes. Not quite that PG rated, but you get it. I know. It's a little PG mind. PG rap. I'm just teasing. 833-212-1017 is the actual number. So there's been a number of things that have been happening. First of all, the Democratic convention is coming to Chicago. That's original. It should have came to Milwaukee. And 1 week we should have had the Democratic convention, and the next week we should have had the Republican convention and really see what happens. Really, really, really see what happens. They're talking about the suspect that killed the 2 police officers, had warrants tied to child support payments. I don't know how that's germane to this, but I guess we'll find out. CBS 58 has obtained an arrest warrant issued for the suspect accused of fatally shooting 2 police officers. The warrant filed just days before the shooting shows the order for 50-year-old Glenn Perry's arrest was tied to child support payments in an ongoing divorce case. Perry is accused of killing 2 police officers during a traffic stop Saturday, April 8th. The stop was initiated because a warrant was issued March 30th for a welfare check on Perry after concerning behavior was reported. A shootout with the 2 officers occurred during the traffic stop. And we don't really know exactly what happened. I think they're making an assumption. We know there was a shooting and the 2 officers were killed and they died on the scene, but the state, I believe, has come in and is doing an investigation. So let's kind of wait. Let's kind of wait until everything shakes out and happens, because those things are important. Now, here's my question. What are your thoughts as it relates in Milwaukee to the closing of Cardinal Stritch University? 833-212-1017 is the number. If you are a student, if you're a graduate, and you're wondering what's going on. Well, if you haven't heard, students at Cardinal Stritch, this is from CBS 58, students from Cardinal Stritch University are scrambling to figure out how to continue their college education after the academic institution announced closure at the end of the semester. Now, if I'm not mistaken, aren't they on spring break right now? I don't know. It's suspending and canceling all activities effective May 22nd. Spring commencement will still go on May 21st. Leaders cite fiscal issues, downward enrollment trends, and operational changes as reasons for closure. A freshman, Sebastian Rios, said, just knowing that this is going to be ripped from us in just a month it's very heart-wrenching. Other students have a more complex case, such as student athletes like Marcos Garcia. I don't know. I mean, if I don't get nothing because we are very late, I will go back to my country and start there. And yeah, it's a possibility. Garcia plays on the university soccer team and is here on a student visa. It complicates everything because we need a lot of paperwork, and I don't know if we have enough time to accomplish everything. Others are still processing the sudden news. I'm a first-gen student. I'm the oldest in my family, first to go to college. And it's kind of like, not only is it a disappointment for me, it was heartbreaking to tell my parents that unfortunately this is where we're at, but we're honestly just waiting to see what happens. Well, this person was on a full ride scholarship and the status of their financial aid is uncertain. Well, it is certain. It's stopping. It's stopping. And so I am resting assured that local universities are going to make it a point to take in students and help them finish and transition to their degrees. But what is your thought in terms of something like this happening? Is this just the start of the trend of universities slowing because there aren't a lot of children in the pipeline to go to college? Or are people opting to get other jobs? Is the amount of debt just onerous? And it's like, why am I bothering to do this when I can simply go get a certification and get into the tech field to do that? But then the tech field has massive layoffs coming and that are in the middle of it right now. Now, granted, many of those layoffs are in foreign countries, right? So if you hear, I'm just picking random Google or whoever, they're laying off people that are counterparts in other countries. And a lot of it is it's affecting some people here. I'm not into the tech field, so I don't really, comprehend that. I have to do some significant research. But in the end, what are your thoughts? What impact will closing a major university in Milwaukee have on the Milwaukee community? 833-212-1017 is the number. Traffic, weather, and sports up next.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.